What's happening, Cigars Daily Nation? Today is Cigartopia. Today I am getting ready for the event of the year. And I've got a lot of work to do. And I'm not going to lie to you. It's 4:30 in the morning right now. I couldn't sleep. I was too excited. It's like Christmas morning. And so I came in, and truthfully, it would have been an hour before I was here anyway. I've got a lot to do this morning. I've got a bunch of stuff that I got to do in the parking lot to get all that ready and prepare for the tent guys to come. I got a bunch of stuff here in the HQ to do to prepare as well. But of course, today I want to take you inside the day. This one is already shaping up to be considerably bigger than HabanoCon. And so little details to get us ready. Of course, I'm a ball of anxiety already. And yet, even yesterday, this room behind me was filled with Cigars Daily Nation members. And then today we're going to fill the entire place in the parking lot outside and all kinds of stuff. So let's dive into preparations for Cigartopia. Well, now I got one important thing out of the way, and that is my first cigar of the day, a Perdomo 20th anniversary. And today is obviously about a few really big things, the largest of which being the community, the Cigars Daily Nation getting together, the mega herf at the HQ here. And that's one thing I am tremendously looking forward to. After a bunch of details and a long checklist of things that I got to do, I got to sit down and have cigars with some of you, and that is exciting for me. But it's also about a lot of the daily edition projects. These cigars right here over my shoulder. Today, La Fermentada is here in the Toro size as well, which those actually just arrived yesterday. That was exciting because each size does lend its own little different thing. Obviously, Diesel Atonement is, I think these are going to be like in the wind today. That'll be the last we're ever going to see of the Diesel Atonement. But the big one, and this is the one I've been getting the most questions about, is the Diesel Desert Walker. This cigar is the one that I'm getting the most requests, like when is it going to be here? And there you go. There's your first look inside the box. And everything came out just as beautifully as I could have hoped for. Take a look in there. Diesel did an outstanding job putting together a presentation that to me gave the look and feel that I really wanted for this. In fact, if I go back to the original artwork for this, that Ryan, defender of the flat earth, that his son drew, it's pretty strikingly good. So he'll be taking up empty box of those to his boy. And the cigar, by the way, is fire. So I'm going to have some of these for sure with other people today, but I got a few things to do to get going before my vendors show up. Vendors being the guys that set up the tents and the caterer and all of those guys. So I'm going to sit and puff on this Perdomo for just a few minutes and kind of have another cup or two or three or four of coffee and then get jamming. I made this. It's a site map. This tells me where everything's going to go for the event. So I've planned on where all my tents are going to go and where the food's going to go and everything down to almost the last detail. The porta potties aren't on here, but they're already in the parking lot. So I just have to rope off these little sections here that sort of separate this from the rest of it and allow people to have parking as well. That's, I think, step number one this morning. I'll let you know that I went to college for music, and one of the things that I hated about doing music was constantly schlepping around equipment. And this feels a little too much like that for me. Like when I stopped doing music like as a full-time deal, I was like, I'm never going to carry an amp again. I'm never going to carry guitars around again. But now, damn man, it's a lot of schlepping around with stuff. Also, I just had to go back and get relatively strapped here because the door chime just went off. And there's only 2 doors where the door chime goes off. That's one of them, and I was just standing over there. It didn't open. So the back door is the only other one. So I just did a little walkthrough. It's right now, it's 6:15, so it's not like super early right now. It's not unbelievably early, but I just sat and watched the security cameras for a minute, see if there's any movement in this place. Doesn't seem like there is. Doesn't seem like anyone's even here yet. So any minute now, the tents are supposed to be here. Tents, tables, all of that stuff. I got something called soft seating this time, which is like couches and chairs and stuff. But help has arrived officially. Terrence is here, looking
with my hands.
He's looking like the daredevil from Ocean's 13, and Ryan is here, defender of the flat Earth, looking like a dad from a 1990 sitcom. This is what's up. What do we got? Did we do just Coca-Cola? Did we pick sides on this one?
We got Coke, Diet Coke, and Dr. Pepper.
All right, and a lot of water.
A lot of water. A lot of water.
A lot of water. All right, thank you guys very much. And Terrence is, believe it or not, drinking coffee from a straw this morning out of a
half-gallon container.
A half-gallon container.
Coffee.
Lord Almighty. All right, thanks, sir. Go jump over some buses. We are on the road. You know, this one is so much more interesting to me. You know, with the last big herf that we did, Habano Con, that I renamed, I was so nervous the day up. And today it's like a lot of those nerves have settled. I feel a lot more chill because the details are very similar. It's just bigger this time. Last time we've increased, I think, the number of people who are going to attend this thing by something like 40%. So there's going to be substantially more people here. And all I had to do was scale up seating and tents and add a few things that I wish I had last time that this time we were able to secure. And my gosh, it's great. Now I just got to wait for Laurel Tilley, Justin Andrews, Oliva Nick. They're all going to be here in a couple of hours. It's now 7:20 in the morning. So I'm like just trying to keep my cool because I want the next thing to happen. I'm like anxious for the next thing to happen. I think that's the big thing. And I'm told that tents and everything are supposed to be here in a few minutes. So now, like, this is the weird part. It's such a busy day, but I have nothing to do at the moment. I've already set up as much as I can before the tents and tables get here. So now I just sit for a minute. The tents are here. This is what I've been waiting for 4 or 5 hours now. All right. The guy pulled up to the wrong thing. So it's my first caveat of the day. We had all the tents arrive. They have the soft seating, which is the fancy word for leather chairs and couches and stuff. They said that we didn't order any tables. So there's no tables coming. We've got chairs, but no tables. And so we're going to figure out how to do that now. And I ordered all this through one place. I ordered it all through one person who takes amazingly good care of us. So I called them. They said, I'm going to work on it. So maybe there'll be tables. Maybe tables, maybe not tables. We kind of need tables. The food is so good. You want a table. Sit around a table. Well, it is now 2:30 in the afternoon, and this day got away from me. I was just whining about there not being tables. I spoke with my planning organizing helper for this, and she was like, oh, I'll be there in 20 minutes with tables. And then tables just appeared, and then things got kind of crazy, but Cigartopia has gone really well. Let's take a look inside. Hi, everybody! If you're in the Facebook group, this guy is the guy that deletes your posts.
Doesn't respond to messages.
Or doesn't respond to messages. Either way. This is the guy you're mad at. That's the one you're mad at. All right, what are you smoking?
Filthy Viking.
The Filthy Viking. Thank you for being here.
Of course, man.
Do you have a box of fermentado open?
What?
A box of fermentado open?
Yeah.
Anywhere?
Yeah. Inside, in the humidor, on the left side, where the wooden door is, there's a cart, and there's some on there.
I want to steal some.
Hi, there's Billy's. This is Billy's wife. I have to turn the music down or I'll get copyrighted. What's happening, Cigartopia? This is for the YouTube. Say hi to YouTube, everybody. How's it going? What are you smoking?
The Desert Walker.
Oh yeah, Cigartopia.
Yes, sir.
All right, is everyone having a good time? Is everybody over here having a good time? And it's Laurel Tilley.
Thanks for being here. This feels very close.
Okay, the sun. I've gotten complaints from the vendors that the sun is getting too hot over here.
I'm in the perfect spot.
This is good?
Yeah, Sal and Justin keep like congregating over by my section, you know, to stay in the shade here. So I don't love that.
Yeah.
You know, but I like being
Well, let's
in
go.
the
We
shade.
can go over in the shade. Let's go over in the shade. And that way the sun is not so harsh on us. All right. So Laurel is here, and first of all,
Perfect timing.
was there a motorcycle? There's a motorcycle now. First of all, what did you think this was gonna be like? Like, did you know this was gonna be this?
Honestly, this is. I don't want to say like this is exactly what I expected, you know, but like based on, you know, what I knew you were going to put on and like the layout and stuff, like I think it's more, for me, it's more engaging than I thought it would be. Like you have a really good group of people and like, you know, it's been really good conversation all day. People are real chatty and they want to know about the brands and the blends. So I think what surprised me the most is the people willing to like, you know, really want to get into the nitty gritty of the company and the willingness to try something new.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What AJ Fernandez Cigars have people had the most questions about, and what is the one that most people are looking to smoke today?
So people have had a lot of questions about the 20th anniversary.
Oh yeah.
Because, I mean, how can you not? It's beautiful. So yeah, it's great. And I actually smoked one for the first time this morning. It was my clean palate cigar, and it was so good.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, a lot of 20th anniversary questions. We've been moving a lot of San Lotano, which is amazing. And I think it's like a funny juxtaposition because the 20th anniversary is like the newest blend and commemorating his time in the business, and the San Lotano is like the OG AJ blends.
Yeah.
So yeah, and of course New World's always popular, but yeah, those would be kind of like the big three.
And what is look at this. What is your favorite breakfast cereal?
Why?
I'm curious. I think the people are curious. I think the people are curious what it is.
I've heard this breakfast cereal rhetoric going around all morning. So.
Did anyone bring you a breakfast cereal box?
No,
not yet. Okay.
No. So this is tacky, but it's Captain Crunch.
Don't be gross. Don't be gross, guys. All right. They're going to be posting.
Why?
People are going to be pasting
I feel like I should have answered that.
the ingredients. I told you on the phone, remember?
Yes,
I said that.
the read the ingredients list. Like,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Like who? Why?
There's some weird shit out there, I'll tell you what. All right, thank you, Laurel.
Yes, of course.
Let's see if I can get us in the shot.
All right.
Justin Andrews of Diesel Cigars, the Wonder Boy. Here, let me get this like this. Blender, in part, did you blend the Desert Walker?
I think we did it together, didn't we?
We did it together.
Yeah, you got to get some
Dude,
credit.
So I asked you, this is the story behind the Desert Walker. First of all, I asked you if we could make a cigar, and I was very, very honored that you said yes. And you said, like, what do you want it to be? And I said, a cigar that tastes like the Diesel Vintage Maduro and the Boxer Grill had a baby.
Right.
And I don't know
Right.
how you did that, but that's exactly what the cigar is.
I think it's pretty close.
It's pretty damn close,
but
man.
with your direction, that was nice.
Well, thank you for helping us come out with one of the coolest projects of the year, dude.
It was a pleasure, man. It was really cool, and it's something that looks so much different from everything I normally do, and honestly, it tastes different too, so very excited.
Hell
Happy
yeah,
for you to
man.
have it.
Are you you taking some home with you?
Oh, you know it.
All
Of
right,
course.
good. All right, thank you, man.
Thank you, brother.
Here's to a lot more as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, bud.
Even Nick.
How are you, man?
Hungry.
What do you got over here?
Some food.
Oh,
Some very
yeah.
good-looking food.
Bro, what is this? What is that?
I think it's German potato salad.
Oh my
And
gosh.
since the Germans occupied Greece, I'm going to eat some of the potato salad.
All right, question for you before you go eat.
Yes.
What is the cigar that people have been most interested in here, or the one that you've seen most people smoke?
The La Fermentada,
La Fermentada.
our new release, which is
Dude,
unbelievable. by the way.
Everybody's been going nuts for Fermentada.
It's crazy.
I've been smoking a lot of them.
So it's funny. I smoked the one you gave me the other night, and I smoked one today, and I'm going to be a box of Toro. I'm not. I will be seeing. Sure, yes.
All right, thank you, bro.
You guys
Go
are
eat.
all missing out by not being here.
Straight
It's the
up.
best event of the year. You're missing it.
All right, go eat, brother. Well, I'm not gonna lie. That day was one of the biggest rushes I've ever had. What a trip. And truthfully, I don't feel like I got as much footage from the actual Cigartopia as I wanted to. Once everything got going and the tables didn't get delivered, it really took off from there, like really fast. The tables showed up relatively quick, and then everybody pretty much showed up immediately at the same time as that. I had a blast though hanging out with so many people. People at Cigartopia came from 21 different states and Puerto Rico. And there were so many different types of people there. Truthfully, this captured for me what is at the core of the cigar world, which is community, different types of people getting together and sharing one amazing thing in common, and that is a love for the leaf. We had a blast all day long. And I can take you guys inside of it a little bit more on the community on Cigars Daily Plus, and I will. But truthfully, this has given me a new inspiration. And here's what I'm planning next. We did our first big herf in April. Then this one was in November. Sometime late next March or early April, I intend to do another thing. And it probably won't be Cigartopia 2. We may even go back to calling it something like HabanoCon, because there's a uniquely different atmosphere for each of these two herfs. I kind of like the idea of keeping Cigartopia the way it is, which gives me the opportunity to feature our fake country that we made up on Cigars Daily Live. I truthfully was going through doing Cigars Daily Live, made a segment on a fake country where I could just envision and imagine premium cigar lovers and all of their rights respected everywhere they go. And it turned into a real place, and that was very special. I like the idea of doing something centric and focused on the nation of Cigartopia once a year, and then doing something else. But one thing is for sure. I got to have conversations with so many people that I've only ever gotten to speak with online at this thing. And to me, that was very special. On a personal note, I want to thank everybody who is there, because for a guy who legitimately spends a lot of my day sitting in front of a computer at my desk, human conversation is relatively rare. And that day was filled with so much of it. Plus, I came away with more than a few ways to make things even better going forward. And so I've got a whole lot more to do and a ton more to look forward to. And if you were there, please drop a comment down below. And of course, continue to stay tuned, especially on episodes of Cigars Daily Live, as we talk about what is the next big thing for the nation. And I want to thank you guys for coming along on this journey with me. And at the next one, I've even got ways to make the video for the whole thing even better. So there's a lot to look forward to there. And I want to thank you so much for joining me here. Get more out of this video when you check it out on Cigars Daily Plus. This is Tim signing off for Cigars Daily, and I will see you in the comments.